Okay, hello there. Pleased to meet you. I'm Dr. Bruce. I'm from Pietermaritzburg actually, but I've traveled the world and I've been to all different places. Wherever I've been, I post my travel documentaries, whether it be in Vietnam, whether it be in the UK, Australia. I've been to many different places, and now I've decided that I must put all this onto YouTube because there's so much to share. And of course, this is my hometown. I was born here, and this is steeped in history. And I've seen so many changes over the years, and I just wanted to recapture the past and also record some of the present. So it's great to meet you all, and your contributions are most welcome. What would you like to say? Whatever you'd like to say. You're a student of anthropology, you say?
Sure. What I could say is that in the city, probably in the world, there's moral decay.
Absolutely. It's really unfortunate.
If people have lost morale, they'll display toxic behavior.
This is the problem.
If you look at our city, there's dirty. You go to Ulundi.
It's absolutely.
It's a capital city.
It has so much history, but it's in a terrible state of decay.
Sure.
And it's a tragedy. Yes.
You can't even tell that this is a capital city of KZN.
No, and
it's dirty, crime, and how we handle our infrastructure. It goes a long way. We can actually handle the beauty of the city. Instead, we're distracting it. Litter, there's so much litter here. As I'm telling you, the street kids are growing nowadays. They're increasing. The number of them is increasing day by day.
Yeah, it is absolutely terrible. And what can one actually do about it? This is the point.
I think it's more about education and make people aware of the destruction that they're doing actually. So we need education, awareness. We need awareness campaigns. We need to train people on how to handle because we're always complaining, we're always doing the inappropriate things. So we need to do awareness on that and how we should handle our city. Yeah, I think it's basically awareness and training.
Well, I appreciate what your thoughts, and I'm in agreement with what you've said. And if it's just a snippet here and there from everybody, it gives a feel as to what people think.
Sure.
So if you're happy with that, I hope you can see this on YouTube. I'll be posting it together with other people's comments. I'm sure they will appreciate to hear what you've got to say.
And I think in conclusion,
yes,
I think we ought to review even the policies that were drawn during apartheid era, because some of them are still applicable, they're still accurate. Like if you look at, there was this one law that regulated public urinating. Public urinating was an offense, and you could get arrested and you could pay a fine. But look at our city now, but people are urinating everywhere. The smell, it stinks, it's not healthy for us. And it doesn't attract tourists. You usually see tourists walking here, but the way we present our city,
it needs a major cleanup in some way or other.
Major cleanup, but absolutely. I think it starts with the mindset of people, because we are the ones actually doing the bad things, actually intoxicating our city. As I was saying, education, awareness. We need people to be educated.
I couldn't agree with you more, and it's just the mentality of people has to change.
Sure. And you need a paradigm shift. Change how you think, because if you don't know how to handle something, you mishandle it. So it's a matter of training.
Well, this is a very fitting discussion to take place right near to our wonderful city hall right nearby, and it's been very helpful to have your comments, and thanks for that. I wish you all the best in the future, and hope you get to see this on YouTube and that it can raise people's awareness so that something positive can happen. Because it's about time something should be done, and there's too much talk and not enough action.
Precisely.
So it's very fitting to hear what you have to say, and thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Many thanks to you all. Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
So what's your YouTube page?
Dr. Bruce.
Dr. Bruce. Okay, look up on it.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say, or any questions?
I think it's better off with more questions than answers.
There's more questions than answers.
This is the problem. There are more questions than answers.
Probably I would ask your take. What's your take?
My take is I've seen the past, and I've seen the present.
True.
And from 50 to 60 years ago, in the past, there were the social inequalities were evident. So now we have more social equality, but in the process of social equality, there are still the related economic issues and poverty. So there's an unequal distribution of wealth,
Resources, yeah.
and more awareness needs to be created for a redistribution of wealth that is based on equity. And this is the fundamental problem why educated, intelligent people such as yourselves do not have the choices that you would like to have. Some of them have, but not everybody has the opportunities that.
And you know what the problem? There's this system. You see, like this guy is my friend. For quite a long time.
Yeah.
The attributes and the qualities you possess.
Yeah, I had the opportunity when I was your age. When I was younger, I had the opportunity. Whether I made the most of the opportunity, I don't know. Maybe I got educated. I got my teaching qualifications. I did some research.
I'm teaching as well, doing my 4th year.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well.
I'm actually going to inculcate such
Right.
skills, the law skills into my children.
Well, this is what we need to do. Yeah. So we've got to look at it from a positive perspective.
Yeah.
And we need to hear the voices of the people towards something that can have meaningful change.
Precisely. And I think the gist of it is that people are not aware of their history. That is why they're repeating it. If you don't know your history, you'll repeat it.
Exactly.
Start with knowing the history and you're like, okay, let me fix this. It doesn't have to re-okay. Because it never served us well historically. So we need to be changing, being flexible, basically.
Yeah, I think your perspective is accurate, and the point is, in looking at the past, I've seen what it was and now what it is now. And within one lifetime, there's only so much that one can do. But this is the small token of trying to recapture the past and in a way get the voice of the people. Maybe just see what it is now, and for me to comment as to what it was.
True.
And then people overseas can see what it is now because they've got access to YouTube. They can see the changes, and there may be some influential people overseas who can do something about it. There are people who are throwing money to going to Mars and all the rest, and yet they could do something beneficial here.
Like the technology, the advancement of the city.
On top of that, I think what's killing us is politics. If we could have a one party, we could be a one party state. I think a whole lot of changes could be there because we're competing. There's competition amongst these political parties. There's conflict. We are a divided nation. So I think if we could have a single political party and we have a common vision, we could be somewhere. But there's different visions, there's different political agendas. That is what is holding us back. Politics. You see, they say it's a dirty game. So
But the exchange rate, when I was your age, the exchange rate was less than 5 Rand to the US dollar. Now it's like almost 18, 19 Rand to the US dollar. The pound is 23 Rand to the dollar. Now people who are living in the States, for example, who have dollars, it will be easy for them to say, okay, they'll donate some dollars to try and improve a city like this. People.
So what is it that you can do to actually have a campaign or have an educational session on such topics? Is there anything you can do around that?
Well, I would be happy if I had the chance to meet with these people who have financial influence and financial weight, and to put across my ideas to them, and to show the video as we're going to do now, and they can see what it is for what it is. The problem is the corruption. They don't want to invest in corruption. So they need somebody with integrity. They need someone with integrity to control the situation. As to who that is, it's very difficult to find anybody with integrity in this world. Even in the other places around the world, the integrity of people is questioned all the time. So integrity is the fundamental basis. If you don't have that, then all the money will be of no use because it will just be squandered.
Yeah, even as I stated before, there's a decay of morals. Because it's immoral for you to be stealing from people's money, from taxpayers' money. It's immoral.
But people have got no conscience anymore because AI is taking over and robots are more important. But at least you've had your say. Thank you for your say. I really appreciate what you've had to say. And I hope that somebody who has some influence financially can show an interest in this little city of Pietermaritzburg, because it has potential. Yeah.
But the
Anyway,
system is not even advanced, so we need those people who come.
it's unfortunate that because the dollar is powerful, and the pound, the people locally cannot do very much because they haven't got dollars and pounds and euros.
And you see what's happening now.
It will take somebody with those kind of monies to make a difference. But there are locals here who've got money too, but they're not interested in doing anything because they know that there's corruption.
Like things like buying a building. You find people with money, but they can't buy a building, do new development.
So who's going to control the purse strings? If they give money to Pietermaritzburg, who's going to... So maybe we are all at fault. Nobody is without fault. So
Yeah.
I cannot say who's to blame. But it doesn't help to blame all the time. It helps to work together.
Sure.
Dr. Bruce,
You need to come up with solutions.
Yeah, very difficult to...
Dr. Bruce, you see around the city, you see the streets, Church Street, right? No market. You know those streets for a long time. You see when you're moving from up going downtown, or from downtown Church Street going uptown, there's a lot of decay going on around the city. But when you take these small streets, like Prince Alfred, you go to Loop Street, you see they're starting to build these small centers, these
Okay.
new developments, but those developments, people are building them on their own farms. So people are moving in these small groups now.
At least that's a start.
You see?
Yeah.
That's a
It's
start.
a good initiative.
Like what you're doing is at least it's doing something positive.
Yeah, but it's not there so much, because for me, I want to move and rent a shop, but the problem is the buildings, owners.
Yeah. Systematic
You
barriers.
see, it's not easy to get buildings.
Yeah. He has ran a
Rent
business
stuff.
uptown.
My
But he was
stuff is
thrown
coming
away.
from overseas. The dollar is super high. You see, because this is like imports, but second hand from overseas. You see, then those things, they affecting so much things.
They're killing our
That's why I was
economy.
complaining about town planning. Because when investors, they putting in their money, as you were asking, if they put their money, who's going to take the initiative to do everything?
Well, I think
Because,
what you are saying now is reflecting on the situation very, very well. So you're explaining what the problem is,
Yes.
and that is going a long
It's
way.
very- it's
So it's a
possible.
question of raising awareness, and this is what you're doing. So I think that's great, and thank you for what you've done. I really appreciate it. So I think let's leave it at that for today. Maybe I can pass by here another day, and hopefully it will create some awareness for positive change.
Next time, bring some brownies.
Okay.
Yeah, bring some